Good evening, YouTube and Facebook. I know I'm a little late. I had to reshoot this, so we're going to start off quick, fast, and quick in a hurry. This is the Tuesday After, and I am your host, Mario 1031, and I'm here today with the weeks and highlights and lowlights of the the NFL Week 4. But before we begin, I give a special shout out to the Port Huron Fighting Falcons, who won their home opener Saturday night, 9-0 against Jamestown. Hopefully we'll have a better season than we have last year. And so far it's promising. We are first in our division of the NHL. Please look us up. And it is a bunch of prospect kids who are trying to make it to the NHL. So please support them. We're going to start off this week on the Tuesday After talking about the battle of the win list. Yes, the battle of the win list came up against the Minnesota Vikings against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, if you wonder how it went, I'm going to tell you, Minnesota did not give up a second half lead. They didn't even have the lead all game. And they tried to come back and win, but guess what? Matt Cassel and the Chiefs said, not this time. We're going to close the door on Donovan McNabb and the Vikings. And all said and done, KC wins 22-17. Well, and meanwhile, Minnesota's 0-4 looking for answers. It's like, what to do now? Where do we go? Well, you can't win the first half. You can't win the second half. And this time, instead of playing a half of football, they played no football. So, on that note, we'll move right along. Maybe next week they'll play football. Next thing we're going to talk about, coming back from the dead. You know, Matt Hasselbeck is getting to catch a lot of heat when he signed for the Tennessee Titans. And the Titans really been a depleted offensive and defensive wreck. But Hasselbeck has came through again and brought the Tennessee Titans back against the Cleveland Browns. And yes, he's showed rare form that last week, and therefore we applaud him for that. Thank you, Matt Hasselbeck. We hope we see more of you in this rare form because the Titans need you. Except the fact they don't have Vince Young, which was dumb of them. But that's another story. Moving right on. Their dream team, so-called dream team, was the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles were set to be the Super Bowl pick and the Super Bowl champions of 2012. Unfortunately, though, right now the dream team just has Michael Vick. Yes, Vick, who scored two for two TDs, and ran and thrown over 416 yards. You know, they failed the 49ers, though. What's up with that, Vic? Come on, you gotta get this team together, get this head together. Y'all not supposed to fall to the 49ers, you're supposed to rip up the 49ers and rip them apart. But that's another story. As for Philly, I feel bad for Philly. No, I don't. Vic, get your team together. Get your team in order. Get it together, please. Or if not, you won't make the playoffs. And that's my prediction. Meanwhile, Brady's second home. Brady came to Oakland, showed the Oakland Raiders what it was about, and Brady smoked them for two TDs in a New England win. Now, New England, like I said, will not lose again next week, and this was this week, and they didn't lose. Now, you come back and say, well, Brady's nothing. Well, Brady's something if they can come back and win. I don't care who you play. Brady has proven it. Brady's won 3 Super Bowls, and they'll probably be in the contenders on this slide again. So, thank you, Tom Brady. Thank you, New England Patriots, for winning. Moving right along. Superman back and with another loss. Cam Newton. Yes, he torched my Bears for the passing yards. He torched them. 374 yards for Cam Newton. I gotta admit. But it was 200 yards rushing from Matt Forte. Not to mention 2 TDs. And Devin Hester, the greatest kick returner alive. Set the record for punt returns. And the Bears stomped them. Yes, they won by. They didn't win. The Bears win. I congratulate the Chicago Bears for a nice victory. And as for Cam Newton, you gotta learn. Superman, beat Clark Kent and win. Superman does not win games. Take heed, Shaq. How you going? Meanwhile, we're gonna go on for wins of Houston or Pittsburgh. Yes, Houston or Pittsburgh, and I'll tell you, the Steelers is not looking good. 17-10. Big Ben questionable for next week's game. I've heard he's getting better. But we're going to move right along with that. Mendenhall, they didn't rush him enough. They didn't pass enough. You know, with no Big Ben, they should have rushed Mendenhall. Mendenhall, well, I got him on my fantasy team, and I wish he did better. Moving on, Atlanta or Seattle. Well, yes, the battle of the big boys, Matt Ryan and Matt Turner. Ryan, I got to give props for you. Brought the team back. And Matt Turner, Turner rushing for 2 TDs against the Seahawks. That ain't easy. Terrence texting at the helm. Seahawks tried and failed miserably, but the Dirty Birds, I think, are going to get it in order. Moving right along, New Orleans over Jacksonville. Yes, the Saints go marching in and marching out with a victory, 23-10. Yes, I do admit Drew Brees is doing pretty good, doing great things in New Orleans, but we're going to have to see as the season goes on. New Orleans just kind of halfway want to play, but halfway they don't. But, we're going to move on from there because New Orleans is New Orleans and they have a playoff contention. The New York Football Giants over the Arizona Cardinals 31-27 on a controversial play that should have been a touchdown. I seen the replay. The NFL's got to get together with these referees, I swear. My 2 cents is this week. NFL referees need to close the instant replay. The Calvin Johnson rule killed the Lions week 1 of last year. The Tuck rule killed the Oakland Raiders against the New England Patriots. Well, we got another killer. The NFL ref rule. What I see in live, what I see on replay, goes. NFL refs. They're not fun to deal with. Especially Ed Hockley. Are you listening? Get it together, Ed. Okay, well, the San Diego Chargers over the Miami Dolphins. Now listen, I feel for former Michigan quarterback Chad Henne, but San Diego I don't feel for, and they getting it together right now. They're on a roll, and I feel good for the San Diego Chargers. However, will they make the playoffs? Who knows? They got to get a better offense for me. Miami, they have no shot in that AFC East. I feel bad for, or is it AFC South? I think it's South. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. Miami has to get it together. And the Sunday night that won me my fantasy football first game of the season, the Baltimore Ravens over the New York Football Jets. JETS, y'all lost the ball twice, and y'all played a good defense. And the Baltimore Ravens, y'all stomped them. I appreciate that. Thank you, Baltimore D. Y'all helped me win. I was down by 20 points, but the Baltimore D came in and did a job, and Ray Rice came in and did a better job, and I thank y'all for that. Too bad I got a bye week, and I got to play against somebody who plays on Monday night. That's another story. We're going to go through this week What the Award and this week Best All Around Award and my commentary after this short break. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to all my YouTube and Facebook followers, and I got to say thank you. Now, I want y'all to understand that this is the commercial plug for Batman Arkham City. You're going to have guys like Two-Face, the Mad Hatter just announced today, Solomon Grundy from Green Lantern. You got the Joker. Gotta have the Joker. Oh, they got DLCs of Nightwing. Catwoman's got her own. Robin's got his own. And don't forget the Bats. Yeah. Then there's a few other. Oh yeah, the Riddlers that you signed up Arkham Asylum. The Riddlers in Arkham City. And Victor Freeze, Mr. Cold-Hearted Mr. Freeze himself is in here. Batman Arkham City comes out October 18th. But as for this plug goes, Spider-Man Edge of Time is out now. Shattered Dimensions, if you played Shattered Dimensions, you found it very well, very composing. And I like that in a Spider-Man game because it's a great all-around story. So, Edge of Time, I'm going to get, and I suggest you get Edge of Time too. They say Spider-Man dies. Yes, Spider-Man dies. Quiet? Okay. But Edge of Time, get it. Okay, this week's What the Award. I've got 2 this week. First one I'm going to hand out to the Indianapolis Colts. Man, what can I say about the Colts? No Peyton Manning, out till at least December. No Kerry Collins. You signed his old butt. You want experience? You got him. He's got no experience. And for that, the Colts team no playoffs. And I hear the Super Bowl this year is in Indianapolis. The Colts had a chance to make it be at home for the Super Bowl, but now I don't see that happening unless a quick turnaround and Peyton Manning gets off his neck injury and comes back home and plays next game. Unfortunately, you can forget about it. No playoffs for the Colts, and I'm sorry. Y'all try hard. Monday night was a good one for y'all, but unfortunately, moving on. The Dallas Cowboys is my second What the Award. A nice 17-point lead at the half against the Detroit Lions. And y'all blow it. Come on. Romo and the boys, they've got no bump. They got no style. Jerry Jones needs to sit down and really have a contentious talk with this team and say, okay, I got rid of the other guy. I got rid of the other coach. Now I got your coach that you want. Next thing I'm going to start getting rid of players that don't want to play. Yes, I know Dallas has a injury reserve is high and tall as Mount Rushmore right now, but they're the Cowboys. They're expected to win. They're expected to be America's team, and they're not living up to the hype. Come on, Romo. You just got married. Show your wife you can win a Super Bowl. And the Cowgirls, I'm going to call them this time. That's exactly what they are. They played like last week. And they've been playing like that the week before. The Cowgirls of Dallas. No offense, no defense, no wins, no playoffs. Okay, that's my rant right there for the What the War. The What the War was brought to you by God of War Origins. I kill, I will, I thrill, I destroy. God of War Origins. Kratos is making revenge and comeback, and that's what I did to the Cowboys. Oh! Hit them up. Anyways, moving on. This week's best around the world goes to none other than the Detroit Lions. Now, last week I roasted the Lions talking about they didn't play nobody. Well, I gotta retract my statement because they came back from 17 points down, as I just mentioned, and beat the Cowboys. And I gotta admit, I picked them. If you saw my video, my Distant Cousin of Swami video, I picked the Lions. It was hard. It was tough. And I said the Lions by 10. Well, the Lions are the comeback cat to Detroit right now. They're 4-0. What can I say? Fans are buzzing about playoffs. And, you know, playoffs is pretty good for right now. They're looking pretty good for the Lions right now. As long as they don't do a slump. Now, the next team they play will be the Bears. And for that extra special pick, please stay tuned for for Saturday's Distant Cousin of Swami, where I give you my pro pick for 6 games, including that all-around Rumble in the Jungle, NFC Original Central Division rivalry between the Detroit Lions and Chicago Bears. It'll be a barn burner, but you already know who I'm going to pick if you know me. And if you don't, hang around. I got some comments for you. If you do know who I want to pick, hang around anyways. I still got some comments for you. And it's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. Now, my commentary today, before we start the commentary, we're going to talk about one thing. The NBA season. So far, the NBA season has canceled its preseason. I know this ain't that about the NFL, and I'm sorry about this. I got to touch on this real fast. The NBA is going to get locked out. Millionaires cannot get it together. Kobe's going to play overseas. Tony Parker's already gone. Your superstars is going to fall. You know, remember the NHL lockout in 05? This is what the NBA is going to be feeling the heat a lot worse because everybody watches the NBA. I've talked to a coworker and they were like, the NBA gets locked out. I don't know what to do on TV. That's all they watch is the NBA. Well, I got some news for you. Golf still plays. You know, they're off season. They don't have one. Tennis still plays. They don't have an off season either. The WNBA Finals is on right now. You can watch them, but I think that's about to be over in a couple of days. Major League Baseball still plays till the World Series ends around my birthday, around November. And, of course, you got the NHL. The NHL is the hottest thing smoking right now. The Winnipeg Jets are back, and the season starts this Friday or this Thursday, whichever the case may be. Season starts this week. Go cop it. Now, my commentary this week goes up to the Green Bay Packers. Along with the Lions, the Packers are also 4-0 and have crushed teams in the wake of their path. They've crushed Denver last week. They beat up on Chicago the week before. And they're cruising. The Packers are playing Packer football. Vince Lombardi would be proud of this team if it wasn't for the fact that the Packers still have to play the Lions. Well, here's my theory. Aaron Rodgers is unstoppable. If you hurt Aaron Rodgers, you hurt the Packers. And I got to give it up to Green Bay. Green Bay is looking pretty good right now for the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl champs are about to become a Super Bowl contender. Now, during the offseason, during the lockout, when teams are getting together, everybody harped on the Packers and said they wasn't practicing, they wouldn't get together. I'm going to use an Allen Iverson statement. Practice? We're talking about games. You're talking about practice. Practice on a playing field. Practice for a preseason. Practice, practice, practice. Well, does the Packers look like they need practice as you? They've got enough of it. They're 4-0. They have played some elite teams, and, you know, Green Bay, I hate to say it, Green Bay may win the North. Well, quiet. Hello? Yes? Huh? Okay, well, never mind. Yeah, I said Green Bay may win the North. But it's a long NFL season, and everything can happen. Anything can happen. Why White Club said, say what, anything can happen. But, hey, that's my time for the Tuesday after. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'm sorry I'm late. And the reason I did the show this way on Wednesday instead of Tuesday, well, because the Detroit Tigers was on, and I didn't want to shoot a video when I usually shoot it, and watch the Tiger game and find out if they won, they beat the New York Yankees. Well, considering the fact the Tigers lost last night 10-1, and the series is tied 2-2, going back to New York, and it's their off night, I want to say congrats to the Arizona Diamondbacks for winning, breaking the playoff slump and winning the game. I want to say congrats to the Texas Rangers. Yeah, you beat the Rays. Team shouldn't have been there, but y'all there. Hope y'all play the Tigers. And I want to say congrats to Detroit Tigers, the 2011 Central Division champions. And I hope y'all win the ALDS before I go to ALCS and whoop on the Rangers. Please make it to the World Series. Hey, and catch me at my regular time on Tuesday. I will be shooting Tuesdays again. I'm sorry about today, but YouTube was down.